when Nathan Larson got arrested and nothing was done about the website and I still was not acknowledged, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to take this into my own hands. And I saw there were YouTube groups that were confronting them. They weren't hitting them or anything at this time, but they were confronting them. They were decoying on their own, pretending to be children, grown women, grown men, and then they would confront them in real life. But what I noticed the common trend of these people was they would, they wouldn't know the person's name. They wouldn't know where they lived, didn't know where they worked. They would just show up and say, hey, were you here to do this? And either the person would sit and talk or they'd walk away, but there'd usually be no arrest, no nothing, no repercussions, unless someone happens to run into that video. So I was like, okay, well, I have some abilities with open source intelligence. It's OSINT is the short term for it. Let me just offer my services. I want to make sure they, don't include my name. I don't want the notoriety for it, but send me your chat logs, send me the phone number that you have for the person, the profile photo, send me everything you can on each person. I reached out to a bunch of YouTubers back then, and I was providing them full case files so that when they showed up to meet these predators, they would know, like, hey, John Smith, I know you work at ABC.com, and your wife is this, and so you have a little bit more leverage in telling them, hey, you better sit here and talk to me. And the way that the predator catchers would do it would say, like, hey, you either talk to me or we're going to get the police involved or we're going to call your wife, or give them an ultimatum, even though it's going to happen anyway. It just gave them a little bit more leverage. So I did that for quite a few years. By myself, anonymously. Nobody other than the predator catching groups knew about that. And one day I'm sitting with a very good friend of mine. He's a professional MMA fighter, and I see you have some gloves over here. His name's Dustin Scrappy Lampros, and we're sitting in a garage, and we're talking, and I'm like, hey, man, you train 3 times a day. That's your main career is fighting, And I have this, I can show you how bad it is. So I popped open a teen chat on Google, and I just typed, I think Ashley13 female New Jersey was my username, like 13/F/NJ, or it might have been Florida. I forget what I did, but I hit start, and all I typed was hi in the chat, which I've demonstrated online before. And within seconds, literally seconds, we could emulate it right now, and I guarantee you we get the same result. There were 20 plus people talking in the private messages, wanting to talk to a child.
This is on the dark web, or this is just regular?
We could Google teen chat right now, and we could do it right now.
Okay, Rob, go to teen chat.
Yeah, and then just do one where you can enter, and then hit guest. Any of these, it doesn't matter. You could click any one you want, and then just give yourself a username. Like, if you actually want to do this, do like just a girl's name.
Maria. Do Maria.
13F Florida. Or FL. And then,
Put 13, or what do we put as the age?
Well,
I put 13 as the age. Is that too old?
No, that's fine. That's fine. So just click the teen chat. I've never seen this website specifically, but just type hi. And then wait for the private messages to come in on the top. This might get graphic, who knows? But remember, this is the first link on Google for teen chat. Keep that in mind.
Wow.
What happened?
I'm already getting DMs.
Seriously?
Yep.
Yeah, open them up.
Seriously. What did I say?
Let's chat on Teleguard. 68, female 55, GA7E.
Yeah, they want to chat off-site on a, obviously that's an adult. Look at all these people messaging.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different ones.
So this guy doesn't know, I'm sorry, these people do not know what this girl looks like. They don't know how old she really is, but they're sitting in a teen chat. And so some of these may be kids. Like that says Molly 15. That could be a kid. But I guarantee you go through a couple of these, you just say, how old are you?
Just lonely guy?
Yeah, that's not a teenager.
Well, let's respond.
Yeah, go ahead. Ask them how old they are. And, the way that we would do it as a decoy, for example.
Let's wait to see what he's telling us to put. Go ahead. What should he put?
I can't see the screen. So.
Zoom in a little bit, Rob, to see if the chat shows. There you go. So, hey, hi, how are you? Hi.
Say, hey, how old are you? I would do that for a couple of them. And you're getting blown up with, look at all these messages. And there should...
ridiculous.
And all you said was hi.
Oh, jeez.
What's this one say?
Yeah, say
What's
how old are you?
What's the user's name? Okay, just type in how old are you. You openly ask that question? You don't even hesitate?
Yeah, go right. Yeah, usually they'll respond with a real age. These predators they don't have any fear. You know, they're nuts. It's absolutely insane.
What's this one say?
Yeah, look at that. So that's either a bot or a real person. I don't know.
Okay, Elise. So let's see what else we got.
Yeah, and then you can also say hi in the chat again, get some more people going. But yeah, so that's an adult.
Are you joking?
Yep, this is just lonely guy, turned 19 in May, hope you don't mind, is his response.
What do you want to respond to be?
I mean, you could say whatever you want, but usually they're like, 30, 40, 50 years old. 19 is still horrible, but yeah, that's an adult sitting in a teen chat. And 19 is a teenager, but he shouldn't be talking to what he knows to be a 13-year-old. Or what'd you set it at, 13 or 15?
13.
Yeah. Yeah, but the unfortunate part is I see, when I was doing this, at least with Dustin, which he's still doing it himself, 561 PC is the group that we started together. It's still around. You start to see, like, even on major sites like Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, that more men are willing to speak with a child than not. And it starts to make you lose a little bit of faith in humanity.
So let me ask you, okay, so we've had a lot of people on to tell us.
Look at this.
It's insane. That's exactly what I'm saying. That's insane. I'm actually trying to see how far along this can get.
Look how many there is. It's filling up the whole screen.
This guy just offered his age, high 17 male, metal gods.
That's a kid, okay.
You're assuming that's a kid, right? You still don't know. Zoom in. Hi, how are you? Can we chat? Do you have age preference or age limitation?
Do you like an older boy? There you go.
So what do you want to respond with?
Say yes. How old? So it's unbelievable. Like, so you could sit here all day, but this is, remember, first result for teen chat. So a kid might think this is safe, or a parent might think this is safe. It's a teen chat, the first result on Google. And we didn't even go through all these private messages.
You're still getting a ton of messages, Rob. What's it say, 27? Sorry?
Yeah, 27-year-old. There you go.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, you're in teen chat at 27.
Unbelievable.
So, but here's a question. So if we know this is happening, okay, does the U.S. government knows this is happening. They know how much of a business this is. We've seen the number thrown around, $150 billion a year industry is what it is, right? Human trafficking, child trafficking. And if the U.S. government really wanted to get to the bottom of this, okay, we have the ATF, right, which is what? The tobacco, firearms, right?
Yep.
We have DEA, we have FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigation. We have CIA. If they really wanted to create a 3-letter organization purely dedicated to catching pedophiles, they obviously could do it.
Well, a lot of them do. So Homeland Security Investigations has child crimes units. There's FBI, they have child crimes units.
You know how much money they dedicate to it?
Not much.
No, nothing. That's in the millions.
No, and it's the second thing next to the drug war.
Why don't they do it, though? Why don't they pursue it?
I wish I had an answer for you, but I don't. And now doing what I'm doing, I guess, going back to what, I had to stop doing the project with Dustin or Scrappy,
sure,
because they considered vigilante justice. So I couldn't sit in court and be discredited as a vigilante catching predators outside of the law. So I had to join a group called Sentinel Foundation, which is awesome. I'm the CTO of Sentinel Foundation. It's full of Green Berets and Delta Force operators and retired Homeland Security, and we work in parallel with law enforcement now. So I'm able to actually get convictions, actually take down big operations rather than one predator at a time, which I think there's incredible value in both, but I had to make a choice, right? It's either I take this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to be the CTO of a reputable NGO, non-government organization that works with law enforcement, or continue to bust them on YouTube and, get one at a time. So Dustin's been doing a fantastic job, and he's been getting arrested, by the way, which is something relatively new.
What's the craziest story Dustin has?
Craziest story Dustin has? Yeah, I like in regard to like catching a predator.
Maybe even yourself, like when you were doing this, what are some of the stories of who you caught? And
so we've caught teachers, police officers.
Teachers?
Yeah. We've caught. I caught a teacher. Here's a crazy one. So a guy. His name was Brent. and he was meeting up with what he thought was a 13-year-old, and there's a video of me actually chasing him on YouTube. But he thinks that we're police, which I find that out later. But he meets up. He thinks he's meeting with a child, a little girl, and I chase him to his car. He peels off. 10 days later, I get a message from another predator catcher group on the other side of the country that he got caught again by a different decoy in person. So he got caught twice, and now he's talking to a decoy again that I was recently made aware of. So 3 times. So think of the times that he has not been caught. And he's a teacher. I mean, you can look him up. I forget. Well, I'd have to look up his name on my computer, but it's Brent something. He had 2 different teaching positions last I checked. And there's been other teachers that Dustin has caught.
What is the profile of how these guys are wired? Is it the fact that even if they get, I'll never do it again, I'll never do it again, I'll never do it again, boom, they're back at it again next week doing it again? Is it because they just don't think they're going to get caught? Or is it because they don't care what the consequences are?
I can't think like one of them, so I don't know. But from what it appears to be, it seems to be a compulsion that, I have no sympathy for. It's the only mental health disorder, if you want to call it that I have no sympathy for. Like I could literally watch someone's. I could watch a pedophile or predator or trafficker, watch them get beheaded in front of me, and I would not lose sleep over it. So I don't know. I think it's a compulsion that they can't help themselves regardless of the consequences. But I have no sympathy for it, and I don't think they deserve to breathe the same air, like I said earlier.
Rob, you know who else said this? You know who else said the same exact thing 3 weeks ago? Judge from...
Sheriff Grady Judd.
Oh, Grady Judd, yeah. So
we had him on.
He worked with us.
He worked with you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had him on, and he
Foundation.
told me about a story of a guy that he went to jail, and he told him, and he went and watched a death penalty, if you remember, because the guy told him what he did to a 12-year-old girl, and then afterwards how he says, I sat there and I watched him die, and I had zero sorrow for what was going on. I actually partly enjoyed it. I believe those were some of his words on what he said. I'm paraphrasing. But I think a lot of people are also where you are. I just wonder why there's not that much of an interest in wanting to get to the bottom of this, especially if they're mainly targeting kids.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this. I mean, the interest should be there, and I've said this in other interviews and videos myself. If you have the ability to do something about this, you should be doing it. But people don't, I mean, I know a lot of people in the hacking world, which is a small community, but I know a good majority of it, and there's not enough people doing it. Law enforcement can't handle it. A lot of the internet crimes against children's technology is very antiquated, and they need, like I talked to one not too long ago, and I won't name them because I don't want to embarrass them, but they wanted my training and they wanted me to help them with their investigations, and I'd be happy to do that. But that shouldn't be the case. They shouldn't need my help.
What are you seeing here? Hey, high school teacher here, and cute any girls want to chat?
Oh my gosh. And this is the teen chat. The first result on Google, guys. Remember that. First result.
Wait, he's a teacher asking, and by the way, this website, this is not a dark web website.
We can go click another one. We can go click a different teen chat, and the same thing will happen.
And how does this chat room know that's happening and they allow that? Because that's public. It's not even private. How does the chat know this is happening and they allow that?
This is the part that most people don't understand, is it's every website. It's not just teen chats. It's Instagram, TikTok, Sprout, Meetup, Kick. Hey guys, my name is Ryan Montgomery, also known as Zero Day. I'm proud to be part of the app Minect. If you have any questions regarding child safety, cybersecurity, or even any of the gadgets that you see me use all over the internet, feel free to reach out. I'd be happy to help you with any questions or concerns you may have. Stay safe.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.